Hello, business jammers. My name is Taryn, and I am here today to talk to you about demystifying Facebook. So just give me 1 second while I share this into the groups, and let me know in the comments below if you are joining me live. So give me a unicorn emoji if you are joining me live, and if you are watching the replay, give me a pineapple in the comments. So I'm just going to share this video. Say hello if you are joining me live. I hope everyone is having an amazing day in Sydney today. It's a lot better than it has been for the last few days, which is awesome. So I'm just sharing this post now. Sharing a group. Okie dokie, that is all shared. So I'm going to keep this video open on my computer so I can see any comments that come through just in case they don't pop up on my screen. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Taryn Vinilek, or for those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, I am Taryn Rezulnik. I just got married only about a month and a half ago. So if you ever see my name in multiple different places, I'm sorry that it's not consistent. So my personal profile, I use my married name, and my business, I still trade under my maiden name. So I am here to help business people get more out of their businesses. Basically, today's training is going to be all about demystifying Facebook and breaking down ads into 3 simple steps, because it really doesn't have to be as scary and complicated as we make it out in our minds. Now, I know that I have been super overwhelmed by Facebook ads and Facebook as a platform so many times in my history as a business owner. So I've been a business owner for the last 5 years. I grew my e-commerce business from like a side hustle, hobby type business to full-time and operating at 6 figures. And I have been a business coach for over 3 years now. So any questions that you do have about business, make sure you let me know in the comments. If you are watching the replay, give me a pineapple emoji in the comments, or if you're joining me live right now, I would love to see your unicorn emojis in the comments. So say hello. Hey Kerry, hey Priyanka, thank you so much for joining me on this live. I really hope that you get a lot out of it, and this is something that I've been really looking forward to sharing with you guys. I have like 5 pages of notes to make sure that I don't miss any amazing information that I have to share with you. So sorry about that. I just had a little notification come through. So I hope everyone is having an amazing day so far. Let me know where you are at. And let me know also in the comments what business you're in, so that when I'm talking about some examples, I can relay them back to what your business might be and how I can help you best. So I'm going to jump straight into it. So Kerry, thank you so much for joining. I love your pineapples. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So for those of you who are watching me live, give me an emoji or say hello in the comments below. And if you are joining me on the replay, let me know. I'm so excited to be here, so let's dive straight into it. So, Facebook is a bare minimum for any business. It's not just a place to market anymore. It's actually an extension of the internet. It's everywhere you go. You can't escape it. Every single person has Facebook these days, give or take, the main majority of people who are consumers, they are on Facebook. So if you're not using Facebook for your business, you are missing out big time. So Facebook has almost 2.5 billion active users. That's not users in general, that's just active users. So people who use the platform every single day, 2.5 billion people as of this quarter. So that is a huge number, and it doesn't even seem real. Like when you think about 2.5 billion, what does that even mean? Honestly, that is such a huge number that it doesn't even translate in my mind. Hey Marissa, thanks for joining. So If you think that your ideal client isn't on Facebook, you're fooling yourself. So maybe the majority of your ideal client isn't necessarily on Facebook, but I can guarantee that at least a portion of them are. And that portion is more than enough to sustain your business realistically. So you don't need 2.5 billion clients coming through your door. The reality is you probably only need 100 or 1,000. So you don't need to get greedy with your reach and all of that kind of stuff. As long as you're reaching that handful of dream clients in your business, you're probably going to be successful with your Facebook ads. But you have to be really, really clear about what it is that you want to achieve and who it is that you want to attract. So I'm going to get more into that as we progress through this live training. So if you can't watch the live in full, that's perfectly okay. The replay is going to stay available in the group, and it's also going to stay available on my Facebook page. So if you have any questions at all, please do let me know either on the live if you're watching with me right now, or in the replay. I'm still going to be jumping back in and answering your comments in real time as they come through, even after this live recording has finished. So like I was saying, there's 2.5 billion active users on Facebook every single day. You don't need that many people in your business for your business to be a success. So you don't need to worry about reaching 13 million people when you put an ad out there. All you need to reach is 1,000. All you need to reach is 5,000. So don't get greedy with those numbers. Oh, but I'm spending $5 a day, but I'm only reaching 500 people. You can't serve 500 people. The reality is you only have the capacity for a certain amount of people to come through your business. If you're a brick and mortar business, you would not cope with 500 people coming in your business doors in one day. It would not happen. You would not cope. It would be overwhelming. There's no way you could have a shop big enough. Right? So think about what you actually have the capacity for and whether or not it's realistic to actually target 30,000 people or 500,000 people or 3 million people, depending on what your budget is, who your audience is, that kind of thing. So 2.5 billion active users on Facebook every single day. That is crazy huge, but you don't need to touch all of them. You only need to touch the people who know you, like you, trust you, and love you. Right? Don't get caught up in reach. That is one of my biggest points that I need to share with you. So Facebook is also a multimedia platform. So it's not just an advertising platform. Facebook is videos, it's text, it's images, it's groups, it's community, it's everything all rolled into one. Whereas you look at some of the other platforms and they're more focused on different things. So you've got YouTube, which is specifically video. You've got Twitter, which is more focused on text and hashtags and that kind of stuff. Then you've got Instagram, which is images and short videos. Yes, they do have the live feature, which is amazing. Yes, they do have IGTV, but IGTV is capped at 10 minutes. So it's more for short form videos and images. So short form videos under 10 minutes or 15 seconds or less when you look at the Instagram stories, which is so popular and amazing and powerful. But Facebook is really the multimedia platform. It is an extension of the internet. If you're not on Facebook, you are missing out on a huge opportunity to grow your business. So, you need to be able to utilize all of the platform when it comes to Facebook. So make sure you're posting images, make sure you're posting videos, make sure you are doing ads, make sure you are utilizing groups. If you don't have your own group, that is perfectly fine, but make sure you're engaging in other people's groups, because that's a way for people to, hey Julie, thanks so much for joining. So when you're engaging in other groups, that's the perfect opportunity for other people to get to know you. Then they're going to click across to your profile, they're going to click across to your page and get to know what you're all about and what you have to offer. And then potentially one day, maybe turn into a client if you have what they need, because you're engaging in those groups, you're building that know, like, and trust factor, and you are showing people that you are available and willing to serve. You still don't get the ad thing. Yeah, Julie, that's totally fine. And you know what? It can be really confusing. And I am going to break down Facebook ads into 3 simple steps. But you are inside the Fruit Punch Mastermind. So the September training bundle is actually going to be deep diving into Facebook ads and making it really clear and really easy for you to understand. So I think you'll really get a lot of value from that, as long as you're doing all of the other things as well, which I'm going to be covering in this training today, which is super cool. So Nothing in history has a bigger ROI, so return on investment, than Facebook does. Nothing in history. Nowhere in the world have you ever been able to target so specifically and for such a tiny amount of money. Now, I know that maybe sometimes if you're spending $100 a week, that may not seem like a tiny amount of money. Even if you're spending $50 a week, that might not seem like a tiny amount of money. But the reality is, you could spend $2 or $3 a day, or you could spend $2,000 or $3,000 a day. The ability to scale with Facebook is like nothing else, right? And you can get into Facebook with there's a really low barrier to entry. I mean, you can set up an ad for $1 a day if that's what you really want to do, right? Any other platform, any other marketing or advertising platform, you cannot do that for that kind of money. So depending on your goals and your budget is going to determine how much you're willing or prepared to spend, depending on what it is that you actually want to achieve, depending on what it is that you're actually selling, is going to determine who you're speaking to and how much you're spending to reach those people, right? If you're selling a $20,000 package, then spending $1,000 a day on ads probably isn't that much of a big deal for you. But if you're only selling like a $30 product or a $30 package or a $30 treatment or something along those lines, then spending $1,000 a day probably isn't realistic. Well, I can guarantee that it's not realistic, although you probably would get a lot of clients. But in saying that, you probably wouldn't have the capacity to serve all of those clients effectively if your budget is so small. So you can't get the same ROI on any other platform. So print media, so magazines, newspapers, all of that kind of stuff, billboards, radio, television ads, they all have really long contracts. So you're looking at 3 to 6 months or, a 1 month kind of thing. If you're in a magazine, your ad's running for that entire month. Maybe you sign up for 3 consecutive months in a row or whatever it is. That billboard might be up on a banner somewhere in the city for 6 months, right? You might be running an ad on television for 3 months. You might be running an ad on the radio for 3 months or 6 weeks or whatever it is. The point is, it's a long-term contract. You can't, if it's not working, if it's not performing, you can't just go in and switch it off. You've spent that money, it's wasted, it's gone, right? There's so much risk. There's no guarantee. And it costs you a fucking fortune, right? I mean, if you're in front of the right audience, absolutely it can be worth it. If you're putting your ad in the right magazine, then absolutely it can be worth it. But if you're not, then you just have to hope that your ideal client is seeing it. So I was actually live inside the Business Jam group Facebook page, inside the Business Jam Facebook group yesterday, I think it was, talking briefly about Facebook and Facebook ads. So I made a comparison with a billboard, right? So if you're driving to the airport, you see all of these billboards, especially in Sydney. I don't know about other states, but you see all these billboards on the left-hand side of the road as you're driving towards the airport. And it's for things like Rolex, Mercedes, Jaguar, Gucci, all of this kind of stuff. And you're kind of driving going, I can't afford a Rolex. I don't even want a Rolex, right? So these people are spending money putting this billboard out there. Yeah, sure, it's great for brand awareness, but how many people who actually go to the airport are buying these things? It kind of makes you think, oh, well, maybe only rich people fly. Maybe only rich people go to the airport, but that's not true. Everyone goes to the airport. Everyone at some point in their life or another has been to an airport, or they've been on an airplane or whatever. So these marketing strategies of these really big designer labels and that kind of stuff, they're ineffective because hundreds of thousands of people are driving past those every single week. And there's probably only about 10% of those people who are actually their ideal clients. So they're spending all of this money, these potentially up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, to have these billboards in place, potentially getting no return on it. Because I know I'm not seeing those billboards and then going to a Jaguar store and then just, splashing $300,000 on a new car. I'm not doing it. I'm not going and spending $50,000 on a diamond encrusted Rolex. It's not my life. That's not what I want. It's not what I need. I am not their ideal client. And I know that there are hundreds of thousands of other people who also get on a plane that feel exactly the same as I do. So you know, those billboards are not reaching your ideal client. Whereas Facebook, you can reach your ideal client so specifically. And if it's not working, you know what? You're not stuck in a contract. You're not stuck in that contract of 3 months or 6 months or 6 weeks or whatever it is, where it's costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars to be in place. If it's not working, you can turn it off. You can change it. You can make tweaks. You can spend as little or as much as you want on Facebook advertising. There is so much room for growth and scale in Facebook. There is so much room for you to tweak and change things. I'm sorry if this light keeps changing. I've got my big door in front of me and the sun keeps coming from behind clouds and stuff. So it gets really bright and then it goes really dark again. So thank you everyone who's joining me live. It's so amazing to see you here. If you are joining me live, give me a unicorn emoji in the comments below. If you are watching the replay, welcome. Thank you so much. Give me a pineapple in the comments below, or let me know that you're here for the replay. I really want to get to know you. If you have any questions, make sure you're asking them in the comments. Whether you are joining me live or watching the replay, make sure you're asking your questions, because I can either answer you on the live or I can respond to your comment once this live ends if you are watching the replay. So just to wrap up what I've talked about really quickly so far, Facebook is a bare minimum for your business, and it's not really just another social media platform. It's an extension of the internet. Everywhere and everyone has Facebook. There are 2.5 billion active users on Facebook every single day, so you can't tell me that your target audience is not there. You don't need to get caught up in reach. If you're spending $5 a day and your ad is only reaching 5,000 people or something like that, you don't need to freak out. You don't need to say, oh, well, I need to reach more people. No, you don't, because the reality is you probably don't have the capacity to serve those 5,000 people if they were to buy your thing anyway. Right? You probably realistically only need 100 or 500 or 1,000 of those people who you're reaching to actually buy your thing. So you don't need to have a huge reach or a huge audience of hundreds of thousands or millions of people. It's not going to serve you better to reach more people necessarily. You want to get more narrow and speak to those real people who are actually going to buy your thing, right? Who are actually going to spend money with your business. So Facebook is a multimedia platform and you need to be utilizing everything as much as you can. So videos, photos, text, groups, as well as ads. Now, I know some of you may not be ready to start putting ads out there at the moment, but there is so much other stuff that you can do to build your audience and get yourself out there in the big wide world of Facebook, because like I said, it is another extension of the internet. There's no escaping it these days. So if you're putting content out there, you are going to build your audience and you're going to build a relevant audience, and that's what's so important. So you cannot get the same ROI, so return on investment, on any other platform in the world. No matter what kind of marketing or advertising you're investing in, you will make more money using Facebook than anything else in the world. So don't be freaked out by it. I know it can be overwhelming to start with, but I am here to show you exactly how to make it really, really easy, especially if you are just starting out in business, or if you're still in those early phases, or if you're maybe not quite taking your business as a serious business yet. Maybe you're still seeing it as a bit of a side hustle, or maybe you're on a bit of struggle street because you're not really quite sure on how to get to that next level. That's where I can help you. So I help you go from, side hustle and struggle street to full-time and inflow in your business, so that you can level up in ways that are really easy, simple, and you need a hand to hold. Like, I get it. I fully get it. I've been there before. So you don't want to be investing in advertising hoping that you're reaching the right people. You want to know that you are reaching the right people. So if something on Facebook does not work, you have the freedom to turn it off or tweak it, which is, absolutely amazing. And you don't get that opportunity with any other platform ever in the world, especially not for the amount of money that you're going to spend on Facebook. So there are so many different things that you can target. Now, with regards to targeting, it can be like a whole big I don't know what to call it. It can be really overwhelming. It can be really scary. It can be really difficult to get your head around, but I do want to help make that easier for you. So after I finish this live, I'm going to share the link. I have a free workbook that you can fill out to help you with your target audience, but you can target on interest. So you can target things that people are interested in. So if you have a gym, you could target women between the age of 25 and 30 who like Lorna Jane activewear, right? You can get so specific when it comes to interests. You can target on demographics. So you might want to target people between 25 and 35 who have children under the age of 5 years old. So that's targeting on demographics. You can target on location, especially if you're a brick and mortar business. You want to be targeting on location and you want to know who it is that you're speaking to. Now, this training is not going to be going into target audience. That is not what this is for. So if you do have questions about target audience, please do let me know, because I have so much training and support available on that topic, but I'm not going to dive into it too deeply today. You can target super specifically people who have visited your website, visited your page, interacted on a specific post, watched a video for more than 5 or 10 seconds that you've had on your page, people that are on your email list. There is so much flexibility and customization available when it comes to your targeting on Facebook. So when it comes to putting your ads in front of the right people, there is so much customization and flexibility, and that's what can be really overwhelming, and I fully understand that. Sometimes too much choice, too much flexibility, too much freedom, that is what can get overwhelming, but I really do want to help simplify that for you. So Facebook ads do work, and if they haven't worked for you up until this point, or you haven't tried using them yet but you're a little bit put off because you see people saying Facebook ads don't work, Facebook ads are hard, Facebook ads are confusing, Facebook always rejects all my posts, don't be put off. Just realize that if your Facebook ad isn't working, you've probably got it optimized for the wrong thing. So you're not really clear on the goal, you're not really clear on what you want to achieve by your ad. Your targeting maybe needs refining, so you're not targeting the right audience, or maybe your creative needs to be changed. So maybe you're targeting a specific audience, but the words and the image or video that you're using doesn't actually match up with that audience, so there's a disconnection there. So, there's only one of 3 things, and you're only 1 or 2 tweaks away from having a really successful ad, but you must be patient with it, and you have to try different things. Otherwise, you're never going to know what works for your business and what works for your audience. So having so much customization, flexibility, and choice can be overwhelming, but once you're clear on the who and the what, the rest can be really easy. So the who is who you're speaking to, and the what is, number 1, what you're selling, and number 2, what your goal is, so what your objective is. So by your goal or your objective, so when you actually set up an ad, you get the first thing that you have to do is choose what your objective is. So maybe you want people to click over to your website, maybe you want more engagement, maybe you want more views on your video. Whatever the case may be, you need to be really clear on what it is that you want to achieve and choose the right one. So often I see people saying to me, I've got this ad set up, but no one's commenting on it. And it's like, well, because your ad's not optimized for people to comment on it. Your ad is optimized for website clicks. So if you're trying to send people over to your website and you're wondering why people aren't commenting, it's because Facebook isn't putting it in front of people so that they comment on it. They're putting it in front of people so that they click on your link and go to your website, right? So be really clear on what it is that you want to achieve, what it is that you're selling, and the audience that's going to want what you're selling. So being really clear on the who and the what are so vital when it comes to growing your business and having a successful Facebook ad. So thank you everyone who's joining me. If you are here live, give me some unicorn emojis in the comments. If you are watching the replay, then please give me some pineapples in the comments and let me know where you are watching from and what industry you are in your business, so that I can give some real life examples for you if it gets to that. So you can tweak and change anything at any moment, and you can split test headlines, you can split test copywriting, you can split test a certain sentence, you can change your your image, so you can split test different images, and you can run them side by side, so you can split test 2 different audiences, or you can have 2 ads like 2 different creatives running to the same audience. So half of that audience is going to see one version and the other half is going to see the other version. And then you get to decide what one is working better. And after 7 days or whatever, you're going to get a really clear picture on on what one is performing better. So you can then switch off the one that's not performing and put all of your budget onto the one that is performing and reach that entire audience. So there is so much flexibility on Facebook, and that's why I do absolutely love it, and it can really help you to grow your business. So tweaking and changing things at any moment, if you find that something is not working, then you just need to just play with it a little bit. Figure out what's not working. Facebook is going to actually give you those answers. So if you have your ad set up for website clicks, for example, so you want to drive traffic to your website or a particular page on your website or whatever, and you go, okay, well, people are clicking, like you look at your ad, at your stats, and you go, okay, well, yeah, people are clicking, I'm getting heaps of link clicks, but no one's actually buying anything. So maybe the problem is actually on your website. You need to maybe improve your website a little bit. You need to improve the page that people are landing on your website to encourage more sales. Or maybe no one's clicking. So then you need to go, okay, well, I'm going to duplicate this ad, and on this ad, I'm going to change the image, and on this ad, I'm going to change the text or whatever. So you can work out, maybe it's the creative element that's not working right, or maybe it's the target audience that's not working right. So this is where split testing comes really in handy. So if you're getting the link clicks, you know that your ad is fine, but you need to improve your website or your landing page. I'm just going to grab some water. So if you're getting the link clicks, you know that your website maybe needs improving if you're not getting the sales, or if you're not getting people to sign up to your email list, or whatever it is that you want them to do on your website or at that link that you've sent them to. If you're not getting the if you're getting the link clicks, then you need to improve your landing page. But if you're not getting the link clicks, you need to either improve your target audience, so you need to get more clear on who it is that you want to reach, or maybe you need to improve your message. So maybe you need to improve the words that you're using to encourage people to actually click on that link. Does that make sense, guys? If you've got an ad set up for engagement, but you've got a link in that ad, and no one's clicking on the link, it's because Facebook has optimized that ad or that post for comments and likes and that kind of stuff. It's optimized for engagement. So it's going to put it in front of people who are going to engage on the post, not necessarily people who are going to click on that link. Right? So you really need to be clear on what it is that you want to achieve. If you want people to comment on your post, then you need to be setting up engagement ads. If you want people to be watching your video, then you need to be setting up video views. If you want to be sending people to your website, then you need to be setting up your ad for website clicks. I really hope that makes sense. I've been talking so much already that my throat's getting really dry. So like I was just saying, you can, once you've kind of found the issue in your ad, you can utilize split testing to find the issue in your ad, number one. But once you've found the issue, you can turn everything off and just leave the one thing that's working, just leave that running. Put all of your budget onto that one particular thing that's actually working and leave it running. That you've got nothing to lose. I'm so sorry. Maybe I shouldn't talk so fast. Okay, so there are a couple of things that you can do right now to make sure that your Facebook page is performing at its best, right? You can do these things for free. This is not about spending money on Facebook ads. So for those of you who are joining me live, thank you, welcome. Let me know in the comments what you do, and if you are watching the replay, give me some pineapple emojis in the comments. So some things that you can do right now totally for free to improve the quality of your performance. So improve the performance of your business on the Facebook platform. So look at your page as a first-time viewer. And I know it can be really hard to kind of step out of yourself and look at your business from an outsider's perspective, but maybe you could also get someone else that doesn't necessarily have much to do with your business. So like maybe like your mom or your sister or someone who doesn't really have that much to do with your business. Get them to have a look at your Facebook page and give you the following things. So what's the first impression? First impressions matter so much, especially when it comes to marketing, because your Facebook page is going to determine whether or not someone spends money with you. It's a reality. Sorry guys, I don't want to burst your little bubble. So if you landed there for the first time ever, would you know really clearly what your business is about or what this page is about or what you offer? If you landed there for the first time, is it really clear what you do? Is it really easy to get more information like a contact form, a freebie, or access to the website? So is it really clear? Is there a button at the top of your page that says go to the website for more information? How easy is it for people to learn more about you? Is it clear and visually appealing to your ideal client? Now, visual branding is such a huge element of business, whether you're brick and mortar or online, it doesn't matter. If your brand is not visually cohesive, you will struggle to make consistent sales because people trust brands that are consistent. It's a psychological thing. I can't really give you the answers as to why, but if your images are dark and dingy, if your colors are really inconsistent, if your fonts are all over the place, people will not trust you because you seem wishy-washy, you seem all over the place. So why are they going to trust you with their money? Why are they going to trust you with their skin? Why are they going to trust you with their hair? You need to be consistent and you need to be really proud of the brand that you've created as well. So look at your business, have a really deep hard look. If you were to go to your business, would you want to actually spend money with yourself? If you were looking from an outsider's perspective, you've never encountered your business before, would you actually want to spend money with your business? Have a look at your page and tell me. And, I offer branding audits as well. So if that is something you're interested in, if you want me to actually go through your business page and your website and that kind of stuff and tell you whether or not your brand is cohesive, then let me know because that's something we can absolutely organize. But it is so vital for the success of your business. You need to make sure that it's visually appealing and clear and attracting your ideal client. There's no point trying to attract a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old is not going to spend money with you. You need to be attracting the mums of the 2-year-olds. So, make sure the things that you're putting out there is relevant. Are you utilizing every little bit of real estate that Facebook offers you for free? So your cover photo, that is the billboard of your brand. So it needs to be clear. It needs to tell your audience what you do, and it needs to, if people click on that photo, what's coming up? Do you have a caption there? Do you have a link to maybe your website or to a particular product or to a freebie or contact information? When people click on that profile photo, the cover photo, are you giving them more information for them to get to know you? Now, not everyone's going to click on your profile photo, but sometimes people do. So you want to give them information straight off the bat. When that image opens, you want to say, hey, download my freebie, or hey, book in for this free consultation, or hey, enter your email address and get a $15 gift voucher. Give them something so that they trust you, and give them something so that they know what you're putting out there on the table for them. So your pinned post, utilize pinned posts. It's a free way of advertising. It's the first post that your audience is going to see when they come to your page and scroll down. That's the first thing that they're going to see. So is it giving them something to do? So is there a call to action? Are you inviting them to join your email list and get a free $50 voucher? Or are you inviting them to download your freebie or watch your video? Or what is it that you're encouraging them to do? So you need to have a call to action on your pinned post. But also, they need to know who you are, what you do, how you can help them. So you need to give them information about you that's relevant to them. So don't just make it a big about me spiel. You need to say, hey, my name is ABC and I help you with XYZ. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Alternatively, click here, enter your email address, and we'll give you a $15 gift voucher for you to use in our shop for free, right? So that you can get to know us and we'll take some of the pressure off price-wise, right? So give them information about you, how you can help them, and a call to action. So encourage them to take action to commit to your business in some way. Are you posting consistently? So if you're posting, once a week, once a month, 6 times a day, it's a bit inconsistent, isn't it? So you need to be posting a minimum of once or twice a day, but don't post more than twice a day because that can be overwhelming for your audience. And Facebook's going to go, hey, looks like they're kind of spamming people by posting all the time, so let's not show their stuff to anyone. So you really want to be posting only once or twice a day on your business page, probably not more than twice a day. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, me personally, I tend to post about once a day. Sometimes I don't really post on the weekends, but generally speaking, I post once a day and I'm usually pretty consistent with that. So, keep that in mind. Post only once or twice a day. And if you have loads of ideas for posts, then schedule them out. But schedule them out using the native Facebook platform. I can't recommend that highly enough. If you're using third-party programs, Facebook can sometimes go, oh, nah, we won't show that to anyone. So you want to be using the native platform as much as you can. So your page should be a road that points to a sale. So you may not necessarily want to be, actually you don't. You do not want to be selling on every single post. You can use call to actions on every post if you are giving value first, right? You have to give value first. You have to serve before you sell. But your page should be a road to a sale. Right, so you could have complimentary content, so 3 or 4 posts that give people information, they educate people, inspire people, entertain people, that kind of thing. And then the 4th post, maybe that's a sales post, maybe that's a, hey, I've got this thing available, if you want it, see, I've given you value, and then I've asked you for a sale. So all of your posts should lead to a sale, or it should lead to your website where you can, have a sale. Right? So all of your posts, I talk so much with my hands and I'm so sorry about that. But all of your posts should lead to a sale without all being sales posts. Now, if you need more help with that, inside the Fruit Punch Mastermind, I have complimentary content bundles, target audience bundles, Facebook ads bundles, all different kinds of information on these little things that you can, so that you can elaborate on them, expand on them, and work in more of a one-on-one capacity with me. So make sure you're posting consistently, and all of your posts should be a road that leads to sales. Are you sharing a mix of content? So you don't want to be just sharing blog posts. So you don't want to be sending people off Facebook all the time. So 20% or less of your content should contain links. So you can't be sending people to YouTube and you can't be sending to people to your website all of the time. Every now and again, that's perfectly fine. But obviously you want to keep people on Facebook as much as possible. Facebook wants to keep people on Facebook as much as possible. So if you play by Facebook's rules, you are going to have much more success in your business in the long term. So make sure you're sharing a mix of content. So you're sharing a mix of videos, images, text, short form posts, long form posts, questions, polls. You're utilizing groups. Make sure you're sharing a mixture of things. Like I said before, it is a multimedia platform. So make sure you are using all of the different things that Facebook provides you for free, right? So make sure you are serving before you're selling. So think about that give, get concept, or jab, right hook if you're a Gary Vaynerchuk fan like I am. So basically you want to give value. So you want to give stuff away for free before you ask for the sale, because that free stuff is what's going to build trust with your audience. That education, that inspiration, that motivation, all of that stuff, that's going to help you build relationships and build trust with your audience, so that when you do put a sales post out there, they're going to turn around and go, actually, yeah, I really like that chick, I'm going to buy that, right? So you want to give people as much value as you possibly can. You want to serve them as best you can before you can ever expect them to give you any money. Right, you can have a call to action on every post if you are giving value first. So there's no point in starting your post off with, hey, do you have a sore back? Book in now for a massage. It's not really giving value. But you could say, have you got a really sore back and it's related to stress? Have you tried drinking more water? Or have you tried doing this? Or have you tried doing that? Have you tried drinking herbal teas? Give them value, give them solutions, give them options before you ask them for a sale. You could say, and then after you've given this information or you've given this dietary recommendation, for example, so you've given them this recipe for a herbal tea to help minimize their stress, which is going to reduce their back pain. And then at the bottom go, if your back's still playing up, comment below and we can have a chat about a massage or something like that. So you want to give value before you ask for a sale. I've said already, don't overdo the links. Make sure less than 20% of your content has external links in it because Facebook wants to keep people on Facebook. So if you're constantly trying to send people away from Facebook, Facebook's going to flag you and stop pushing your posts out to your audience because they want to keep people on their own platform, which is totally understandable. So your page is a living archive. And what you have on there is going to impact people's buying decisions. So you have to remember when you're going through your page as someone who's never seen it before, you have to look at least at the last 10 posts, right? At least the last 10 posts. Because it's a living archive and what is on your page is going to dramatically impact the way that people perceive you, and it's going to impact the amount of sales that you get. So if your page is just full of read my blog, buy my shit, read my blog, buy my shit, read my blog, buy my shit, they're going to go, oh, this person just wants money. I'm not going to buy from them. I'm just going to go somewhere else, right? So you need to be giving value. You need to be supporting people, encouraging them, uplifting them. Hey, everyone who's joining, thank you so much for joining. If you're here for the live, put some unicorns in the comments below. If you are catching the replay, then give me some pineapples. So your page is a living archive and what you have on there is going to impact people's buying decisions. So make sure that you're giving value to people. Make sure that you are providing them with content that is bettering their lives. You don't have to save lives. You just need to make tiny little improvements to someone's life and they're going to know you, like you, and trust you and then want to give their money to you. So Facebook is such a powerful, powerful place to be building your business. And you can do so much of it for free. It doesn't all come back to running ads and spending money, right? So what does each post say about your brand? So is everything consistent? Not only are you posting consistently as far as time is concerned, so you're posting once or twice a day consistently, but is everything consistent? Are you using the same kind of language? Are you using the same style of images? Are you using the same colors and the same fonts? Are you being consistent in your brand so that when people see a post pop up in their newsfeed, before they even look at your business name, they know that that post has come from your business? So you can't just think about the post that you're doing at the time, the post that's going to pop up in someone's newsfeed. You need to think about when someone sees that post in their newsfeed and they click across to your page, what are they going to see? And how is what they see going to impact their decisions? Right? So you need to make sure that the things you're posting flow with each other. And I talk about this a lot in the complimentary content bundles because it's so, so important. If you're running an ad for a particular product or a service and then they go over to your page and you're not talking about that product or service at all, you're not educating people, you're not inspiring people, you're not talking about the product or service, you're not showing testimonials or stories or success stories or anything like that, then how are people going to trust you enough to buy this thing that you're advertising? Right? If you're advertising something and they click over to your page, it's because they want to learn more about what you're selling. So you need to be telling them more about what you're selling. You need to be inspiring them and encouraging them and motivating them to buy. You need to be encouraging them to trust you. You need to prove to them that you're trustworthy enough for them to give you their money. So you want to post once or twice a day at the most, and you want to use quality content. Now, I am absolutely all for sharing entertaining videos of dogs that are completely irrelevant to business coaching, but I know for a fact that my audience absolutely loves that stuff and it helps with my organic engagement, so I'm going to keep sharing them. But I'm not doing that every day. Maybe I do it once a week. Right? So, hey Russ, thanks for joining. So make sure you're posting quality content that is actually relevant to your audience and relevant to your industry, what you do, okay? You want to inspire, educate, and motivate people. You want to make people feel good. You want to impact their lives in a positive way. So how can you make your posts fuel rather than fluff? So you want them to be fuel. You want them to drive. You want your individual posts to drive people to make a sale. So like I was talking before, your page needs to guide people to a sale. It's really important. And, do your individual posts build awareness, momentum, and trust. So I was just saying that before with your complimentary content, you need to be encouraging people to trust you enough to give you their money. Facebook is a social platform. It's not a marketing platform. So if you forget the social components, if you forget to engage, if you forget to comment on other people's posts, if you forget to post photos and utilize groups and all of that kind of stuff, then you're going to struggle to succeed on Facebook as a platform, because you need to view it as a whole. You need to make it fun for people to consume your stuff. You need to keep people on your page. You need to keep people on your post. So the longer people spend on your post, the more relevant you become in Facebook's eyes. So they're going to put you in front of more and more people, right? Sales cannot happen until you've built a relationship with your audience. So there are a couple of Facebook no-nos that I really want to share with you. And these are things that I've tested myself. Now, there's no real evidence to say that yes, this does work or yes, this doesn't work, but these are just things that I've noticed through my own experience utilizing the platform in every single way. I try all different things so that I can share that with my audience, because I know that's what's important to them. So cross-posting from Instagram. I was doing this for about probably maybe a month or two, just testing it, seeing what the difference was. And I stopped doing that as of September. So I actually had a strategy, right? So for July and August, I was directly posting on Instagram and then sharing that over to Facebook. And while I was getting likes and some reach and some engagement and that kind of stuff, compared to the posts that I've shared in the last couple of days, where I've not shared it from Instagram. I've done the post on Instagram, then I've copied and pasted the text, and I've re-uploaded the image and everything on Facebook natively. Have had a huge difference in reach and engagement on those posts that I've not just cross-posted. So if you are posting from Instagram to Facebook, I recommend you probably stop that now or test it out for yourself. See what gets a better reach. Don't cross post, just hold your finger down on that text on Instagram, copy and paste it over onto Facebook, re-upload the photo, hit post, and see if you get a difference in your engagement. You may have to do that consistently for a couple of days or a couple of weeks for the algorithm to catch back up to your new strategy, but let me know how it goes. I've noticed even just in the last 5 or 6 days that posting natively on Facebook has had such a huge impact in my reach and engagement compared to when I was cross-posting from Instagram. So keep that in mind. Don't use third-party apps to post to Facebook. Facebook does not like it. And if you are scheduling posts, make sure you're using the Facebook native scheduling as well. So you can schedule posts in Facebook pages and in groups, which is really cool. Don't use hashtags on Facebook. They don't work on Facebook. Facebook doesn't like them. It's not going to make you more searchable. It's not going to give you more reach. It's not going to put you in front of more people, because hashtags are not native on Facebook. So you can use one or two if you want to. So for a punchline, so it's like hashtag mum life or, hashtag entrepreneur life or something like that. That's perfectly fine, but it's not going to increase your reachability or searchability. in any way, shape, or form. So don't try relying on hashtags on your images and that kind of stuff to put it in front of more people, because Facebook's just going to drive you down because it's not native and it comes across as very spammy. Only 20% of your posts on your Facebook page should have links. Now, I've mentioned that a couple of times while we've been doing this training. So only 20% links, 20% of posts should have links. So that is like driving traffic back to your website, driving traffic to a landing page, driving traffic to a blog, etc., etc. If you really want to be driving traffic, what you could be doing instead is retargeting your warm audience, so people who have engaged on your post, then running an ad driving traffic to your website or whatever it is that you want them to look at. If someone lingers on your post for more than 2 seconds, Facebook is going to get like a little ping that says, hey, this post is really relevant. Let's show it to more people. People are watching it. People are liking it. So if you want to encourage people to stay on your post, so posting a short video or posting a caption that's really engaging, or encouraging people to comment and giving them a call to action and that kind of thing can be really powerful. So if people stay on your post for more than 2 seconds, then Facebook is going to deem you relevant, and relevance is so important when it comes to Facebook. Facebook's going to deem you as relevant, and then they are going to boost your reach, put you in front of more people, which is absolutely what you want. More reach means more engagement. More engagement means more reach. So it's like a chicken and an egg type situation. Don't really know what comes first, so it's really important to focus on both. And make sure you've got like an end goal in mind for each different post. You may not necessarily have a sales call to action, but always encourage people to give you the thumbs up or comment below or tag a friend or something like that, depending on what your post is. Always encourage people to engage with that post. Create custom audiences in your ads manager sooner rather than later, so that they can start to populate. And when you do start to do marketing, or when you are marketing on Facebook, you can utilize those audiences, those custom audiences that you've created, and you're targeting a more warm audience, which is more likely to buy from you. So when you are targeting a warm audience, so retargeting people who have visited your website, who have engaged with a post, who have liked your page, who have watched a video, whatever it is around your business, if you're targeting those people, your ad spend is going to be lower and your conversions are going to be higher, because you're targeting a warm audience. You're targeting people who already know you. So they probably are already starting to trust you. And people who already know you and trust you are going to see your ads, which is what you want. So yes, a cold audience is how you build your audience initially. But if you take the time to build that trust and build those relationships with that cold audience, they're very quickly going to become a warm audience that then you can retarget and hopefully eventually turn them into paying clients. You need to view your marketing strategy as like dating. So it's like a relationship. You need to do things for them. They need to do things for you. You need to compliment one another. Hey, Bobby, thanks so much for joining. You need to compliment each other and, tell them all the good things about themselves and how you can help them, how you can improve their life, all of that kind of thing. So it really is like dating. So keep that in mind when you are building your relationships. Don't be intimidated by Facebook ads. This is the good stuff that we have been working towards, guys. So don't be intimidated. Facebook ads are literally step 1, step 2, step 3. Don't believe me? Watch. I'm going to show you. So, step 1, your goal or objective. So, what is it that you want to achieve with this ad? Do you want more people to comment on your post? Do you want more people to like your page? Do you want more people to go to your website? Do you want more people to sign up to your email list? Do you want more people to download your freebie? What is your goal? What is the end goal for this ad? What is the purpose of this ad? So that's step 1, determining what your goal is, what your purpose is, right? Step 2, target and budget So you choose how much you're going to spend. $5 a day. Let's go with $5 a day. It's a great place to start. Excuse me. So you start with your budget. Don't have to think about that anymore. Your target. Who do you want to attract? Who do you want to do the thing, right? So doing the thing is clicking the link or commenting or whatever it is, right? Who do you want to do the thing? Do you want mums with kids under the age of 5? Do you want uni students? Do you want people who have been engaged for 3 months? Do you want newlyweds? Do you want, people who like Lorna Jane? Do you want people who follow Kim Kardashian? Do you want people who shop on Boohoo fashion website? Do you want people who use Kylie, lip kits? Who do you want? Right? Get really clear, get really specific, because like I said earlier on in the video, you do not have the capacity to serve 5,000 people. You don't have the capacity to serve 5,000 people, generally speaking. I mean, sure, some of you do. That's amazing. Congratulations. I know I can't serve 5,000 people effectively. I know that I'd be run off my feet. I'd be really overwhelmed, and I probably wouldn't be giving people 100% of my time or attention. Right? So the reality is I could probably only serve 100 or 200 people. So that's all I really need to get in front of. That's the only people that I really need to connect with, right? So defining your target audience. Now, if you want more help on that, go to bit.ly/magical client and get my target client workbook. And it's going to help you really to understand how to define who your target audience is. So don't get too caught up in the numbers and the reach, like I've said earlier on. Because the reality is you can only serve a certain amount of people. You don't have the capacity to serve 5,000 people in one day. So you don't want to reach that many people necessarily. Right? Know why you are doing the ad. So your creative components is step number 3. So you know what you want to achieve and you know who you want to attract. So step number 3 is your creative components. So what image you're using and what words you're using and where you're sending people, right? So that the creative is what people see. So what pops up in people's newsfeed. So you know whose newsfeed it's going to pop up in. What do they actually want to see? So what kind of image are they going to want to see? What kind of image is going to resonate with them? And where are you sending them? And does that connect with the message that you're giving them as well? What language are you using? So think about the creative components. If you are trying to, attract 40-year-olds or 50-year-olds and you're saying, hey babe, do you want to feel hot as fuck? Like, that 40-year-old's not going to book in with you because you're not connecting with them on that emotional level, on that real life level. So think about your creative, right? Step 1, your goal. Step 2, your target. Step 3, what people are seeing in their newsfeed, right? What are people going to see when they land on your ad? So if something's not working, you only have one of 3 things to change and Facebook tells you what to change, right? Facebook goes, okay, you're getting lots of link clicks, but no one's signing up to your email list or no one's buying your thing. So maybe you need to have a look at your website or your landing page and maybe you need to tweak and change that to be more appealing so that people actually want to sign up to it, right? Or maybe you're not getting any link clicks. So maybe you need to change your image or maybe you need to change your headline. And you're still not getting any link clicks? Okay, well, maybe you're not reaching the right audience. Maybe you're not actually putting this ad in front of the right people. So you're literally only 1 or 2 tweaks away from a really successful ad. It doesn't have to be as scary as what you think it is, right? So know why you are doing the ad. What do you want to achieve? So think about this. My ad will be successful if. So my ad will be successful if people comment. My ad will be successful if people sign up to my email list. My ad will be successful if people join my group. My ad will be successful if people buy something on my website, right? So know your objective, know what you want to achieve, know who you want to attract, and know what they want to see. So there's only 3 things that can go right or wrong on your Facebook ad. So just work out where you need to make those changes, and you've got a successful ad on your hands. Congratulations. It was really, really simple. But I am going to deep dive further into this in the Facebook Ads Bundle inside the Fruit Punch Mastermind. If you have any questions about that, let me know. So I'm just going to go over a couple of other little tips before I sign off, and I hope that this has been helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please do let me know. So make sure you're serving before you sell. So give value before you ask for a sale. All of your posts need to lead to a sale, but make sure you're giving value first. Be social. It's a social media platform. So if you're forgetting that social element, you will not be successful, right? If you have, so you need to view Facebook as like a big picture thing. So it's a holistic platform. You need to utilize everything in order to be successful, right? So if you have a good organic page, you're posting consistent content, you're posting quality content, you're getting good reach, you're getting good engagement, you're like, people are commenting, people are liking, all of that kind of stuff. You've got lots of followers. That's awesome. Congratulations. Your ads are going to be so much better. But if you just use Facebook to market, if you just use Facebook to sell your shit, then your ads are going to suck no matter what you do. And I'm sorry, but it's the truth, right? You need to have quality content, engagement, reach, all of that kind of stuff. You need to look at Facebook as a big picture. You cannot just run ads on Facebook and forget about the rest. You need to look at it as a holistic platform, a way to serve your audience, not just make a sale. You need to be social with your audience, not just make a sale. So make sure you're engaging on your post. Make sure you're encouraging people to like, share, tag their friends, follow, engage. Make sure that you are supporting people, motivating them, uplifting them, educating them, teaching them something, right? Giving them something that they want to learn, just like I am right now. So I'm teaching you how to utilize Facebook in a way that's going to be more effective and powerful for your business, right? If you aren't using Facebook in a holistic kind of way, your ads are going to suck no matter what you do. So make sure you are posting quality content. Make sure you're posting quality images. Make sure you're sharing valuable information. Make sure you're entertaining people and making people happy or inspiring them or uplifting, whatever it is that you do. Do it in a way that is high quality, right? Engage on the platform as a person, as a business. Reply to people's comments, engage with people. If someone likes, say, hey, thanks so much for liking. Like, create the engagement. Ask questions to encourage people to continue to engage with you. And a bonus tip. Bonus tip, right? Don't get caught up in the following. It's so easy to get that small following shame. I can't do this because I've only got 200 followers. I can't do that because I've only got 200 followers. I can't do that because I've only got 50 followers. Or no one's going to take me serious as a business because I've only got 50 likes on my page, or whatever. Let it go. That is nothing but your ego and vanity metrics, right? None of those numbers matter. At the end of the day, if you only have 200 followers, but those 200 followers are engaged and they know you and they like you and they trust you and you can turn them into clients, fuck yes. That is awesome, right? If you've got 30,000 followers and you turned them all into clients, you would not cope. You wouldn't cope. Your business does not have the capacity to serve 30,000 people. It does have the capacity to serve 200. So instead of looking at those 200 people that are choosing to follow your page, instead of looking at them as numbers, look at them as people standing there waiting for you to impress them. Because that's literally what's happening. They are people standing there waiting for you to impress them. So make sure you are building relationships with those people. I only have like 400 followers on my page. I don't care. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about how many people are following me. I care about how many people that I'm helping. That's all that matters to me. And the reality is, if all 400 of those people signed up to my Fruit Punch Mastermind, I'd freak out. It would be so exciting, but I definitely need help, and I wouldn't be able to serve them to my fullest potential, because I would be overwhelmed. It would be too much for me to be able to handle effectively right now at this stage in my business, right? And you're probably the same. So if you have 3,000 followers on your page, congratulations. But that's not what's going to determine your success, because not every single one of those people is going to turn into a paying client. You just need to make sure that you're maintaining those relationships with the ones that are going to turn into paying clients. Focus on the people who are already standing there waiting for you. Show up for them every single day. Show them that you love them, you respect them, you appreciate them, and honor them and serve them. And they're going to love you, and they're going to trust you, and they're going to be your best friend for it. So make sure that you are sharing quality content with them. Make sure that you're showing them beautiful images. Make sure that you're, sharing quotes that make you feel happy, because they're probably going to feel happy too, right? Do what's best for your audience, right? Do what's best for the audience that you already have. Don't constantly be looking for new people. Treat the people who you already have with so much respect, because they have chosen to follow you. They have chosen you, right? Be really grateful for the people who you have, and do not let them walk away. Show them that you are worth being in their newsfeed, right? That's what I'm going to leave you with. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about, make sure you let me know in the comments below so that I can answer your questions. And if you want, if you're not already a part of the Business Jam Facebook group, it's totally free. I'm going to pop the link in the caption above the video so you can join the free Facebook group and get to know me a little bit better, get to know my audience a little bit better, and hopefully we can become friends in the future. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Make sure you are following me over on Instagram. I hang out on Instagram stories every single day. I love it over there. I absolutely love Instagram stories. But yeah, I'd love to see you inside my Facebook group and on my page. So thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions about Facebook, let me know.